Hi there, welcome to this tutorial for the ukulele play-along of Golden, which is found in the hit Netflix cartoon K-pop Demon Hunters. It's a top song in the country right now, and I wanted to make sure that I made it available for you and for teachers to use. So this video will, first of all, talk about what chords you need in GCEA tuning, so soprano, concert, tenor, what chords you need in baritone DGBE tuning, and then just a couple quick ideas for strumming. If you want to support the work on this channel so that I can make videos like this, there are three things you can do. First of all, you can like this video. Second, you can subscribe to both channels, the Uke Stuff channel and the Uke Play-Alongs channel. And third, you can always buy me a cup of coffee to say thank you for making content like this at www.buymeacoffee.com/UkeStuff. So let's begin with the chords you need for GCEA soprano, concert, or tenor ukulele. It's 5 chords. The first chord is the C chord. Then we have the G chord, the D chord. Now you have some options with the D chord. You can play it like I do, and I put my first finger at the top of the 3rd string, 2nd fret, and my other 2 fingers around it like a tiny G7. That works well for my size large men hands. However, if you have smaller hands, here are some other things you can do. You can put fingers 1, 2, and 3 in a row, which is what a lot of the books show. You can use fingers 2, 3, and 4 in a row if you can get your fingers all in that space. You can also cover strings 4 and 3 with 1 finger and string 2 with a 2nd finger. So you're using 2 fingers, but you're covering 2 strings at once. And then the other thing you can do is you can take your ring finger and bend it like this, like a banana. So in our schools, sometimes where I'm teaching, teachers will be like quiet coyote like that. If you can bend your finger like that, the ring finger, you can cover strings 4, 3, and 2 and leave the first string open. That actually benefits you down the road in playing some other chords with a bar chord shape, but you have options, so do whatever works best for you. The next chord is the E minor chord. You put your first finger on the 1st string, 2nd fret, 2nd finger on the 2nd string, 3rd fret, and your ring finger on the 3rd string, 4th fret, and then leave the 4th string open, but you play all 4 strings. Now the last chord here is the hardest in the song. It only happens a couple of times, so you could just skip it if you don't want to play it, but it's a bar chord. So for a bar chord, you are making your finger into this nut. You are shortening the overall length of the instrument by pressing down all 4 strings at the same time. A lot of people try to squeeze. A lot of people try to, move their finger to a certain spot where the lines in their fingers are, and they rotate their fingers back and forth. It's a lot of mess that you don't really have to do. Here's really the secret is imagine taking your ukulele like this. If I put my finger on like this, I'm going to pull against my ukulele like that. So if I'm pulling up like this, except I'm going to be flat, I'm going to pull. So what I'm going to do is reach up and point, for example, my nose, and then I'm going to bring my finger across all 4 strings right above the metal 2nd fret. And then I'm going to pull against the fretboard like this. I'm holding my instrument securely with my strumming hand because my strumming occurs at the wrist, not with my whole arm at the elbow. I'm going to pull against the fretboard and add my thumb for some support. That's going to give me most of the sound that I need. Now, if I'm on the metal fret, you'll get thunking sounds, but you have to be right above the metal fret and then pull against the fretboard. So if you're pinching, it's going to cause a lot of pain. You don't even have to use a 2nd finger to support it. It's just 1 finger. Add your thumb for some support, and then reach over with your ring finger and play the 4th string, 4th fret. That's your B minor chord. And those are the 5 chords you need to play Golden that you can see in K-pop Demon Hunters. Now let's talk about baritone. All right, on baritone, and a moment of confession. This isn't actually baritone. This is a concert ukulele with Pepe Romero baby baritone strings on it that allows me to tune it like a baritone. So first of all, you have a C chord. Then you'll have a G chord. Then you'll have a D chord. Then an E minor chord. And then finally a B minor chord. Now with the B minor, you're going to probably want to use all 4 fingers. So you put down the first finger on the first string 2nd fret, the second finger on the 2nd string 3rd fret. You reach the ring finger to the 4th string 4th fret, and then your pinky goes down in between on the 3rd string 4th fret. And that's the B minor chord. And those are the 5 chords you need to play Golden as seen in K-pop Demon Hunters. Now let's talk about strumming. As it comes to strumming, first and foremost, there was no ukulele in the original version of this song. I get comments every now and then from someone saying, there's no ukulele, why are you calling it ukulele play along? It's so that you can play ukulele along with the real song. We use these in education first, and then people started using them outside of education, which is great. However, that said, you need to understand that there was no ukulele. As such, there is not one single strumming pattern that works for the whole song or any part of the song all the time. There's not one right answer. There are a bunch of right answers. There are 3 rules when it comes to strumming. First of all, play the right chord at the right time. That's what the whole box changing thing is all about. Second, keep a steady beat, which is why we do these to the actual music and aren't covers. So you can keep a steady beat, that drum beat is there. And third, make sure that whatever you're playing matches the style of the music. There are strums that don't fit at times. So as long as you're following those 3 rules, you're okay. You can make up whatever you want. Now, if you can't figure out what you want to do, that's what this part of the video is for. And really, as I listen to this and I play along with it, I'm only finding 2 strums that I would suggest to everybody to use. And yes, you can add as much as you want to those strums, but these are your basic things. First, the song actually opens in 3/4. But this also applies later in the song when it's in 4/4 time. So there are 3 beats per measure at the very beginning, C, G, D, E minor. But the first concept is just play a single strum and this change when the next strum happens. So in this case, it'd be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. There's another spot about a minute in that is also single strums. It happens a couple times where in this case, it's C, G, D, E minor again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this single down strum, and I usually use my thumb for that because I get a lot of control. Could I play with my first finger or my index finger? Sure, I could. I don't get the control that I do with my thumb, however. Now, the second thing I hear is individual beats on every beat while you play the chord. So the first time this would happen, and again with the same chords we've already been talking about, C, G, D, E minor, it would just be down strums. And this time I'm going to use my pointer finger. I go where the body meets the neck, and I play into the fretboard. I'm not purposely trying to hurt myself, but I need to make sure that I'm really hitting the strings, not just skinning them. And it's going to be like this. Down, 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 down. And all the action is at my wrist. My elbow doesn't really move because it's busy holding my ukulele. And really, those 2 strumming patterns are all you need to be successful on Golden, as seen in the Netflix cartoon K-pop Demon Hunters. You'll just have to listen to decide which one you need at the time as you're playing along, and eventually you'll just get used to that as you play along. All right, thanks so much for joining for this video. I hope you're having a great day, and I'll be back soon with some more Uke stuff for you.